2-ton semi, go trucking coast to coast. I like my rig, I like the road, but it's not what I love most. There's a gal I left in Frisco, a sweet young thing named Rose. And the best dang thing about her, she lets me wear her clothes. Well, I'm proud to be country transvestite. And I love to wear the girls' clothes all day.
All day.
Lacy bra, a frilly blouse, a silky negligee. Now I'm still a macho tough guy, and I hope you'll understand. I was born with a big black mustache and a six-pack in my hand. But when I go out formal, I do it with a twist. I'll wear a strapless evening gown and a nosegay on my wrist. Yes, I'm proud to be country transvestite. And I love to wear the girls' clothes all day.
All day.
I gloss my lips, tease my hair, and sleep in lingerie. Now I like the way I'm living. Don't judge me by my clothes. I'm an all-American He-Man. I love legs, pantyhose. So don't look at me funny, or I'll punch out your lights. And the last thing you'll remember is a trucker in fishnet tights. Yes, I'm proud to be country transvestite.
Transvestite.
And I love to wear the girls' clothes all day.
All day.
Painted lips, padded hips, my shaved legs on display. Yes, I'm proud to be country transvestite.
Yahoo!
And I love to wear the girls' clothes all day. Style and music, something fused, well, it sends us on our way. Yes, I'm proud to be country transvestite. Let me get these pantyhose on here. Hope I don't get a run. You know, I hate that. You know, when you chip your nail and that thing flakes off there, it's just terrible. You know, you gotta go back home and get it with your new natural. I wish they'd come up with something. You could just put it on permanent. You wouldn't have to do it every day. You know what I'm saying? Whew, I could use a bubble bath. I really could. And I'm going to go to the shop. I am. I swear.
I was inspired to play that because I see Randy is playing a thing tonight. Country music, why do they have such fanatical fans, she asks. I'm sure you're very concerned about that. Guests include the program director of KISS Radio, as in Kiss This, the Nashville Network, and interviews with Marie Osmond, Larry Gatlin, and Jeannie C. Riley, and many more. Ooh, boy, maybe Randy's going back to KISS.
You wake up in the morning early. You wake up in the morning and listen to a man. Neil is the king in the morning.
Me so horny.
Neil Rogers, who is good. Start the day the right way, baby. Get it out to Zeta on the radio. Neil is the king in the morning. Not the midday, still in the morning. He's got the music, news, the sports, and weather, baby. You have to keep a person all together. Neil is the king in the morning. Not the nighttime, wake up, the sun is shining. Neil is the king in the morning. Hurry up, maybe you gotta go to work. Neil is the king. So if you gotta listen to something good.
Oh, wait a minute. No, you can let it go.
Finally, baby has returned to the dance floor.
Oh, I don't care what my father says. I want you to hold me.
But now she's got a brand new partner.
Be quiet. Can't you see I'm trying to use the phone?
Yes, it's Jennifer Grey and Pee Wee Herman together again for the first time in Nerdy Dancing.
Hey, Jennifer, look. I got my big shoes on.
I know. Ouch! Oh, you stepped on my foot, you jerk.
I know you are, but what am I?
Oh, Pee-wee, do you always gotta be so obnoxious?
Obnoxious? Hey, that's the word of the day.
More than a movie.
Sure.
It's an excuse to release another soundtrack album.
That's so funny, I forgot to laugh.
Nerdy Dancing. Now showing at a playhouse near you.
Yeah, right.
Deliciously different marijuana. Deliciously different marijuana.
Okay, that's a good point.
Come shuffling down the street. We gotta use these walkers, 'cause we got real bad feet.
Hey, hey, for old monkeys. The children don't run us around. They say we smell kind of funky. And dear old stupid ground. We make money from reruns on the cable TV. But I'd just rather stay home. Pizza, nice glass of tea with no lemon. Hey, hey, we're old monkeys. And we're all losing our hair. This week we're on the TV. Next week on Medicare. You guys enjoying that jingle? There's some choking on it.
It's the Monday Morning Neil Rogers Show. On Zeta 4.
Okay, that's great. 11:18 at WID. Now, you're still there?
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. You thought I was West Palm or something.
Well, where are you? Boca, I
Boca
said.
Raton.
Well, that's close enough.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Stan Major?
Whatever happened to him, he's alive and well in Plantation, and life goes on.
Is he working at a station?
For Mike, wait a minute. I got a signed little autograph here. When you're a big star, when you weigh 450 pounds. No, he's...
I heard that last night.
The only
It was
station
funny.
you'll see Stan at is probably Amico over there on Broward Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
But he's doing okay.
I heard you were mentioned on Larry King.
Yeah, you didn't hear the tape?
I heard it like around 4:50.
No, but we have it on tape. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Now, will you hold on?
Yeah, sure.
Then you can come back and comment. I'll put you on hold again.
Okay.
You're probably used to it by now. Hold on a second.
Ashford and Simpson.
That's not the right... Well, I've done that twice today. That's 3 mistakes. That's for that old bitch that called before. Have a great life, Mike, and butch up a little bit.
Neil Rogers.
Oh, he must be jealous.
He's jealous, huh?
I guess.
Yeah, you know what they did today, though? They said, anybody here in Miami who's owed money by Larry King, turn your headlights on. I'll tell you what, it looked like this whole damn town was going to a funeral.
I feel sorry for Neil.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, if you knew the whole story, he's sad.
Hey,
But, he doesn't make a lot of money, and he's been in that market a long time, and he really would rather, he'd rather ride harness horses. So he gets kind of sad, but he's been jealous a long time. I haven't seen him in, what is this, 1990. The last time I saw him was in 1977. I saw him at the racetrack in 1977, and then he called me the day that he admitted he was a homosexual on the air. He called me to thank me because I had Sergeant Matlovich on the air the night before, and he had heard Sergeant Matlovich,
His name is Matlovich. Matlovich, Larry.
since passed on with AIDS, encourage people who were homosexuals to come out of the closet. And Neil had heard the show and came out of the closet the next day on his own radio show, and then called me to thank me for having Matlovich on. That's the last time I've ever seen him or spoken to
Matlovich.
him. And then I've heard some people like yourself saying he does this, but I feel very sorry for people who are kind of caught in that local web of jealousy. Kind of sad. And I heard he weighed like 400 pounds, but I haven't seen him. The last time I saw him, I'd say he weighed 350.
Okay, that's it.
Now, are you a homosexual, though?
Today. Oh, this is Mr. Radio? Oh, my God. We went... No wonder he hung on so long. That's Mr. Radio. 21 after 11 at WID, and we have an open line in Broward, 524-9463. Maybe Pansy would be. I'd live up to that. We have an open line in Palm Beach, 655. I can't believe it. Now, doesn't he always call from Daytona? He wasn't calling from Boca. He called from Daytona Beach and lied about it. You make us sick, Mr. Radio, okay?
610 WIOD.
What's the matter, dear?
Oh, Grandpa, men can be such assholes.
Well, here, honey. Why don't you try some of this nice, hot Luther Campbell soup?
Luther Campbell soup? But, Grandpa, we just had 2 live stew last night.
Yeah, I know, but this is, well, it's different, that's all. It's got the whole alphabet in it. See the little letters?
Hey, you're right. Look, there's an F and a U and
Just try it, honey.
Ugh, it's completely tasteless. Why would anyone eat this
Why? Me so hungry, that's why.
Luther Campbell's Funky Soups. Homie cooked tastes so funky, you'll be tempted to eat it with a fork.
No, what was that you said now?
I said fork.
Oh, yeah.
Bad. Bad. Luther Campbell soup star. Bad.
Word. heard.
Okay, 11:26. Wow, we're doing it. You know what? Let's just put that on an endless loop and go home. Let's try Tamarack.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
I was at Pompano last night making my weekly donation,
Yeah.
and I ended up with a spy report for you.
I think weak is my word at Pompano this year. That's W-E-A-K. I've been real weak.
I haven't even come close this year.
No, I just don't know whether to scream or eat a banana.
Do you remember Hinsdale Raceway?
I've never been there, but in New Hampshire, you mean?
Yeah, Rockingham.
I've been there many, many a time. There's
Me
Tug
too.
Boyd and Bucky Day.
Bucky Day, that's
In
right.
a desperate drive.
Do you
There's
remem-
Bobby Huntress.
Do you remember General Washington?
There's Beckwith. What was his name?
No, Beckwith. There was
Yeah.
Ted Wing.
Ted Wing, Alex Winger. Here
Warren
we go.
Covington.
Do you know how much the audience hates this when we do it? That's why I like to do it.
How about Steve Warrington?
Steve Warrington's good. He's that whole Warrington family, man. They can drive a horse. Of
How
course,
about
you know what Larry King said? I'd rather be riding a harness horse. That's what Larry said.
How about Green Mountain Raceway?
In Vermont. Long since closed, isn't it?
Rolongson, Skowhegan.
What?
Skowhegan Downs in Maine.
No, I've never been to Maine. They got those great tracks like Cumberland and Scarborough.
Right, they do a 235 mile up there.
Yeah.
But I have a spy report for you.
Okay.
Alan Finkelson,'s son
Mike?
fell off of a golf cart
Yeah.
while working in valet parking.
Might knock some sense into him.
No, it knocked money into his pocket. He's on workers' compensation.
When was this?
It happened last week. I saw him at the track last
You
night.
saw him?
Yes, saw.
Yeah.
And he was complaining about the fact that he can't go back to work in valet parking.
Mike's always complaining because he hasn't cashed a ticket in 20 years.
No, he hasn't.
I can't find the Hank Goldberg card. Isn't that enough to really frost your ass a little bit?
How
Boy.
about Pine Hollow Stud Farm? Does that frost you?
Who?
Pine Hollow Stud Farm.
Don't know it.
Martin Finder,
Yeah.
Harold Dancer Jr.,
Yeah.
Dr. J.
Dr. J.
I just thought I'd sneak him in there.
Okay.
I would like to take this opportunity to call two of my friends, Oscar and Joey, who will be playing racquetball this afternoon.
Yeah.
Douchebags.
Okay.
And I look forward to seeing you at the track.
I'm coming up tonight, I think.
I'm
gonna
coming up
plunge
there, too.
I'm playing. El Lombardo, stay the hell away from me, okay? Go away.
But I go
Thanks for
downstairs.
your money for Camillus House. Now just stay away. Don't come anywhere near me. Just stay up there at your little table and schmooze with Alan, the assistant maitre d' up there, and leave me alone.
Hey, I got a great idea.
He's
Why
like the
don't we
kissy
have-
that all I got to do is see him, and immediately I just can't pick my nose.
Why don't you have a race up there for Camillus House? Dinner?
Well, I'm going to talk to Alan tonight, Finkelson it is, about doing something for Camillus House.
Sure, we'll all make donations and go up there and get a night of racing.
I got news for you. They could build their whole new building with what I've left at Pompano already this season,
What
believe you
we
me.
left at Pompano.
You bet. Okay.
What about Wheeling Downs?
Good luck.
Goodbye.
See ya. Another Hialeah call?
Hello there.
Yes, sir.
5 hours of sports talk.
All right, here we go. In other words, you haven't even heard what Hank's going to do yet. You're already passing judgment,
Wait,
which is right next to passing gas.
Is he going to stay on sports talk now, or is he just
No.
off on his own show and he never appears there anymore?
Well, I wouldn't say he'd never appear there, but he's not going to be on that show.
Okay.
He's got his own thing. They got their thing, and he's got his thing, and never the twain shall meet.
You're going to make him promise not to talk sports.
No, he's going to talk some sports, but he's a well-rounded guy, and if you've seen him lately, you know what I'm talking about.
Very round.
Now, Hank's a fun guy. He'll develop a thing.
Oh, and speaking of Steve, you'll never guess who his new best
But
buddy is.
wait a minute. Let me ask you this question before, and I don't want to try to sway you, but who would you rather hear from 8 to 11, Randy Martin or Hank Goldberg?
Stan Major.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, what is it about Steve?
His new best buddy in the world,
Besides Rick Siderman?
Alex Bennett.
Yeah. Yeah, they met up there, and, they share this one contempt. You know, anybody who's hostile toward me is Steve's best buddy. That's his whole thing in life. Rick Siderman and Bob Kunst and Ellis Rubin. That's the only guy that he knows that I like and that likes me is Norm Kent.
And that's his new motivation for why he's out to get Rick Riley.
Oh, yeah. Is he
Because-
still, I'll be honest. Did I punch him up at all yesterday? I think for about 30 seconds on the way home. And what was he doing yesterday?
Open phone.
I don't remember what it was, but whatever it was so terminal. And I just punched it out. I told you the novelty wears off very fast, okay?
Now he's grasping at the fact that Rick Riley stole Alex Bennett's job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Drove him almost to a nervous breakdown.
Well, he stole somebody's job over there at FTL. In fact, he did it in the most devious way of all. He brought in his own sponsors, and he blew somebody out, whoever was doing midday, because they moved Mike Roberts up to 10 to 2. So somebody got blown out to make room for him.
But he's still making $250,000 a year.
Yeah, at least. Maybe $500,000.
That's what he said. I said, how's it doing working on commission? And he said, let's see you make $250,000 a year.
Oh, God. Well, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, sir.
That's true.
Have a great life.
Buttload.
11:47. 11:47 at WIOD. A mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil. How are you?
Great.
I have a couple of spy reports for
Okay.
you. I was up on the I-75 and just caught some Steve Kane yesterday. His big 5 to 6 hour.
Yeah.
He comes back from the news and he's screaming to his producer or whoever he was screaming. He said, "What are you looking at me that way?" And you could hear every other word Steve was saying. Apparently his mic cord was being disconnected or something. And he was just yelling, you know.
Maybe they're tying Steve cords again.
Yeah, and he just gave, another technical difficulty. It was amazing.
Well, good luck to him. He'll need it. It's a real Bush League operation, but the guy's got to make a living. He's got a family to support. He's got to go out there and sell those spots and beg everybody to support his sponsors and plead. And
then I was
I don't mind supporting Steve's sponsors, but I don't think Levitt Weinstein is what I'm ready for yet.
No, not yet, not yet. You know, I won't enjoy supporting those. Well, actually, any of Steve's sponsors, actually. But and then I was listening to Rick and Suds, and he had a guy talking about pirated music, and Evan called. And
who did?
Evan, one of their.
Oh, Evan.
Evan.
I got to apologize to Evan. He was over at the remote at Specs on Wednesday, and I didn't recognize him. He's got this funky little goatee now, and he looks bizarre.
Well, he is.
What's up, Evan?
Yeah, he said he's an assistant manager at a record store, and being in the industry, he knew quite a bit of what they were talking about.
I didn't pay for the beer.
I'm glad you found that one, Neil.
Isn't that great? Boy, I feel a lot better now.
Well, and like you say, I don't think Hank is going to do 5 hours of sports.
No way.
There's no way.
I mean, he'll intersperse a lot of sports just like I do on this show, but it's not a sports show.
Sure, he has to get all his food topics in, and he's big with the women, too, so he'll...
That's what we hear.
Yeah. I think it's only a rumor. Well, you have a good day,
Only
Neil.
his hairdresser knows for sure.
That's true. And before I go, I'd like to call John and Jim a douchebag.
Okay.
Thank you.
They don't come any better than Hank Goldberg.
Learned about that house doubt. Listen.
Chances are.
Hi. Hello. Water's warm, huh?
I'll say.
You come here often?
Pardon me?
Have you been here before?
No, first time.
Oh. What's your name?
Freeway.
Freeway, that's nice. I'm Spigot.
Pleased to meet you, Spigot.
Same here. You here to get clean or what?
Oh, I don't know.
You work around here?
I'm a waiter, but actually I'm an actor, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's tough, isn't it? You probably need to relax.
Oh, I'll say, but, you know, with everything that's in the news and all, it's just...
Hey, you can start relaxing right now, Freeway. I brought something.
Ooh,
sheath. And Freeway, not just any sheath either. Look.
Wow, gold lame.
Pretty kicky condom, huh? But here's the most important part, Freeway. The Protect label.
Protect, huh? Aren't those endorsed
by the City Council of San Francisco? Absolutely. You know the Protect slogan, don't you?
I sure do.
Certified safe by the city by the bay. Well, what do you say?
Darn, look at that. I dropped the soap again.
Oh.
I'll get it.
You bet your life he will. And with confidence, because Freeway and Spigot have condom sense. Don't let worry spoil those chance meetings and public showers. Always carry Protect.
Protect. Keeping my mind free as can be. Protect. Been down with no apology.
Don't doubt. Know what it's all about. The Protect sheath, so they won't send you a wreath. Protect Condoms, a division of Black Flag House and Garden Pest Control Division, keeping situations safe since 1887.
Hollywood.
Hey, Neil, what's happening?
How you doing?
All right. Listen,
Okay.
want to wish you happy birthday and happy anniversary, even though it is a little bit late.
Well, thanks a lot.
Okay, listen, I got something for you to hear. It's only about a minute long. Can you
Now, what is it? Give me a little hint.
This is called the Rubber Song.
The The Rubber Song?
The Rubber Song.
Am I going to have to dump it?
No, it's clean.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Sometimes I feel...
Here we go.
Okay, we're ready for you. Okay, it's 11 after... Wow. I always like those, especially when they're like real far away, and in that case, I think maybe a little farther would have been better. Hello?
Yeah, I got the big report for you, Neil.
Okay.
You're over in North Miami Beach, and Ernie Hickey's a douchebag.
All right. Short and sweet, which we needed.
610 WIOD.
If I had the ability to do, I'd take you out here right now and kick your goddamn teeth in.
San Francisco.
Good morning, Neil.
Are you really in the city by the bay?
Yes, I am. Come on, put you down a little.
Okay.
I woke up, listened to Alex for maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah.
His guest was Mary Wilson of the Supremes. When he comes back from the news, he wasn't 5 minutes into his goofing around with the live studio audience, and guess who he mentioned? Eric Lambert.
You come on here, and you bash me.
Yeah.
I fell over. I mean, even here, he's
Well, Alex likes guys without too much hair.
Or talent.
I was about the only exception he's ever made.
So it's going to be nice and warm for a change here today.
Really? What, about 40?
No, it's supposed to get up to middle 70s.
So is Dianne Feinstein coming back to Fwithco now? Is she coming back there with her tail between her thing?
I haven't even picked up a newspaper. I have no idea what. I usually call you from Sweetwater.
She came pretty close, I'll tell you. But evidently you don't care.
That wouldn't bother me in the least.
Because that Pete Wilson, man, he never saw a freight train he wouldn't steal. What a guy. Hey, listen, it's a screwed up state. What can I tell you?
Right.
It's great here now. Boy, the sun is shining and it's just heaven.
Oh, it's foggy.
Everybody's real mellow, kind of laid back, just snoring. And
Nick's still stomping around.
yeah.
All right, just wanted to give you a call and say hey from the West Coast.
Well, be sure and call Alex and give him our best.
And it's very obvious. You two guys are out of work and you want the afternoon shift.
Yeah.
So they ought to come here and take his shift here.
Well, guess what?
What?
Next year.
Bye, Neil.
See ya. Wow, a call from San Francisco. That made my day.
Around here. It's the most tasteless thing I've ever heard in my life. And I'm driving to work. I have a show to do, and I'm getting ticked off at you. If I had the ability to do, I'd take you out here right now and kick your goddamn teeth in.
Well, I think ability is probably the key word.
I hope it's in my key.
I'll tell you one thing. You sure left a definite impression, a mold on my brain.
You're nobody till somebody loves you.
I want to hear about that letterbox format.
You're nobody till somebody cares. You might be king, you might possess the world and all its gold, but gold won't buy you happiness when you're growing old. The world's still the same, you'll never change.
Okay, here we go. We're getting to the really good stuff now. Look out.
As long
Here we go.
as the stars shine above.
Before we let that finish, can I ask a simple question? What the hell were they thinking about when they put that man on the air here? What in God's name possessed them to put that slime on the air? I just,
Well, nobody is somebody. So find yourself somebody. Not just anybody. Find yourself somebody to love. Thank you.
Okay. Happy, whatever it is, Alex. Happy 40th birthday. He's down to 40 now. You know that? A year from Sukkot, he's going to be a teenager again. We have an open line in Dade, 751, Eric Lambert is God, and one in Palm Beach, 655-9463. 655 WIOD. Pembroke Pines.
Now for Neil Rogers, here's Randy Martin on News Talk Radio 610 WIOD.
Yeah.
Well, that's not working. What am I doing wrong here? We'll have to stop that and figure it out. Figure it out. All these buttons here, you know? It's like a little overwhelming. All right, we got some calls, got some numbers, we got some empty lines.
Wow.
Oh, no, not Randy Martin again.
Okay, let's go to Dania.
Yes, hello, Neil. How you doing?
Okay.
Listen, I turned on Steve Kane just to hear what he sounded like yesterday. And the first caller, guess who it was?
No,
I heard.
Gilbert.
Ian and Kelvin.
Oh, no!
Yes, they were sucking up to him, saying how great they are, how happy they are that he's back. And how
I want to
great
tell
he
you
is.
something. Have I always told you about watch out for the Chronics? They're a bunch of phony butt suckers, and they fly around like butterflies.
I
They
agree,
fly like a
man.
bumblebee. They flit from one perch to another,
I hope that
pollinating everywhere. Those two are the biggest phonies. They were on with Rick and Suds in the beginning, doing their little joint at the hip routine on the phone and sucking around with them. And then they came over here and they ruined our Wednesday lunches. And now they're all of a sudden sucking around over there.
Yeah, they were bashing Rick and Suds too, saying that he called him Steve Kane Jr. or whatever. Another thing
Unbelievable.
Steve Kane said yesterday is that he told everybody, well, who was listening, one person, that you really
Oh, I guess you must have been the one.
That's it. He said that you really don't like Rick and Suds. You just give him positive things.
Well, you know, it's really interesting that he makes those things up because I haven't spoken to Steve since they came here. The only time I've spoken to him has been right here on the air. I've never said that. It's totally untrue, and it's another. If he said that, which all I have is your word, it's another one of his lies. Just like the thing about Disney telling us we can't put any callers on who mention his name. Steve, why do you make up so much BS? Let's send Steve a big shovel, okay?
I'll tell you what he said. He said if somebody asked you and you were to answer honestly on a scale of 1 to 10, you being a 10, how Rick and Suds are doing, and you were to be totally honest, you would say no more than a 1.
Oh, yeah.
That's
why they got a 4.7 in the last book. What was Steve's last number here? A 3.5 with some very embarrassing demographics?
I know Steve Kane's listening. He is totally boring, and that'll be the last time I ever listen to that.
No, you'll turn it on again.
No, I swear I won't, Neil. Rick and Suds are great.
I agree with that.
Okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
But just keep making it up, Steve. Just keep desperately flailing around trying to cause that big controversy because it just ain't happening. I mean, like I said, I wish him all the luck in the world, and his success or lack of it is going to have nothing to do with Rick and Suds or this station. I mean, the only thing this station's got to do with it is we've given him more promotion than over there, which is nothing because they haven't got 2 nickels to rub together at FTL. But that's about it. So he certainly can't blame us for it. We've given him a big send-off. But, geez, you got to make your own thing. You got to do your own job. You can't try to siphon off from the rest of the world forever. You have to stand on your own 2 feet. Be a man, like Marlon Brando said. And we still want to know what the hell he knows about it.
The United States has no quarrel with the Iraqi people. Our quarrel is with Iraq's dictator and with his aggression. Iraq will not be permitted to annex Kuwait. It's just the way it's going to be.
We like to feed Saddam Hussein and hit him with a pie. Sit back and watch his head explode like a melon way to ride. He tried to steal away Kuwait and be the oil sheik. Who now got up to his head and blow away this geek. I'd like to push and get down where the sun never shines. I'll blow away the tie up the such and make him with a sheep. And he's going to pay Saddam Hussein, gonna blow him away. Saddam Hussein.
Double play ball, 1. Out of the inning! From Salazar to Sandberg to Gray. And the Cubs get out of the top of the 8th and still lead 4-3.
Okay, that was the Mets game. I just mentioned that. Okay, Harry, calm down.
News Talk Radio 610 WIOD presents The Neil Rogers Show. To get in touch and talk with Neil, dial 751 WIOD from Dave. In Broward, it's 524 WIOD. Palm Beach, 655 WIOD. And Bell South Mobility customers, make it a free call by dialing star IOD. The opinions expressed by the guest, host, or callers are not necessarily those of this station. Now here's Neil Rogers on News Talk Radio 610 WIOD.
This is the Neil Rogers 1 to 2 hour. You got a problem with that? Snap ahead. Oh!
They say you're young and you don't know any making bagel dough.
Oh, I don't know if that's quite true. I know enough to mooch a while off you.
Oh! Rob.
Yes, Cher.
I got you, Rob.
And I got your gold card, Cher.
I got you, Rob. I know you can't afford the rent on what you make. We'd be stuck in a tent.
Yeah, that's true, but this feels right. And can't you see I'm just a parasite?
So let them say it's just a whim. We know it's deep. We both go to the gym.
Yeah, I got you to pay my bills.
I got you for your bedroom skills.
I got you to break into showbiz.
I got you to play with my kids.
I got you 'cause you got money.
I got you 'cause you're taller than Sunny. I got you, babe.
I didn't pay for the beer.
Herman and McBean on WGTR, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and the Palm Beaches. South Florida's only true rock and roll morning show. Part of a cooler-than-hell summer. Continuous rock and roll, 97 GTR.
She's gone. We lost her. The struggling lady is gone. She's been wild all day. We can't get her on the air. Come on, honey, just one time. Same old belching and the same old fetching. Come on, give us a break already. Hold on for a second. Okay, let's start in Broward. This ought to be great. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Neil?
Yes.
Well, I got a button for Larry.
A what?
I got a button for Larry. When your memory goes, you can forget it.
Great.
Listen, I knew him when he was in a sailboat in front of the big hotel in Miami Beach.
When he was just a schlepper.
That's when he went in the bankrupt, right there.
Yeah.
Instead of playing the horses, he rode them.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I'm telling you, that was a good idea. Wish I was down there to put my lights on yesterday.
And nothing to do with that.
Oh, no, but it was a good idea. Whichever it was.
Well, we're going to do it.
Yeah, good enough.
Have a great life. Wow. 109 at WIOD. What is all that stuff? Do we have any mail, by the way? Plantation.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
It was my anniversary the other day, so I called Rick and Suds show, and they said I was trying to decide between the Melting Pot and the Armadillo Cafe.
Yeah.
Rick said go to the Melting Pot. I think it's because he lives in Coral Springs.
Mm-hmm.
And Suds said go to Armadillo. And I heard Armadillo on your show, so we decided to go to the Armadillo, and it was outstanding.
It's outrageous.
Oh, it's great. It's orgasmic. It was a good night.
What'd you have?
I had the seafood Diablo,
Mm.
and it was outstanding. And we had the black and white soup, and my husband had the yellowtail snapper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's terrible to go there because
Did you have one of those
want to eat
desserts?
there again and again.
Did you have the dessert?
No, I didn't have any room for
You didn't
dessert.
have that mocha creme brulee? Oh, man.
No, I could not force another thing. And we had the nachos beforehand and the soup, and then we had the appetizers, and that was plenty. And
They
we were
give
even
you
thinking
lots
about
of food.
salad.
Yeah.
I said, no way, I couldn't eat all that. I want to go back and try salad and dessert.
Well, try that. When you try dessert, try that mocha creme brulee. It's got like a real thick crust on it. In fact, next week, Marvin's going to go out and put some of that crust from the mocha creme brulee in somebody's pants.
I believe it.
But it's tremendous.
But don't tell Rick.
I won't.
Because I just want him to know that Suds had the better suggestion. Some other.
Well, they're both great.
Yeah, but I live close. Being in Plantation, Armadillo was closer, and I was not disappointed at all. And it
From
was
the outside, you'd never, in a million
No,
years, you would never know it was anything there. It's just like that kind of Yahoo Davy.
exactly like I need to go get some muffler parts while I'm
Right,
there.
right. While you're pulling up your horse up to the hitching post.
That's right. That's right. I heard Randy mention last night that she did get a memo about how much was collected for Camillus House. She actually said on the air how much you had collected.
Great. Well, good for her.
Yeah, she's getting her P's and Q's down.
Well,
now.
we're working
Now that she's gonna
we're
be
working
leaving.
extra hard on it because she'll probably be over there pretty soon. So we're doing our best.
Oh, Neil, it'll be fun to have Hank, though.
Yeah.
But I liked it. Did you read the article about Rick and the Herald?
I've just been perusing. Yes, I've just been picking little
I
spots.
didn't realize what a nice guy he was.
Who said that?
The Herald. They talk about it. I mean, he has some personal things in his
Oh,
life.
no, in that respect, yeah, but don't let it fool you.
But I do agree that he has gotten a little bit less of a homer. Listening to him on the radio can be...
Well, Suds is going to loan him his compass.
Which direction should he go?
Exactly. Where's that ball? Have a great weekend.
Thanks.
Okay, 114.
The Classic 10 at 10. 10 rock and roll classics in a row on 97 GTR.
You don't play the Lennon Sisters.
Oh, man, there's some heavy-duty stuff in there. And here's one that doesn't even have a label on it. It's probably blank. Get ready with your finger on that button.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Hello.
Hello, Larry. First-time caller.
Hi.
Listening on WIOD 610.
My old station.
Yeah, your old station. Two things. I wanted to get your comments on Neil Rogers, both professionally and personally.
Wait, now, I got to tell you this. People will never believe this. This cart hasn't even got a label on it, and I had no idea what it was. It's in the bottom of the thing there with all this GTR stuff, and there it is. It's almost like an Ullman.
And also, how would you go about getting into talk radio? And I'll hang up and listen.
Someone called earlier. I haven't heard Neil in years. I have no idea. I remember the time when he came on the air and came out of the closet.
Yeah.
And then I left Miami shortly after that. I have not heard him since. He does a kind of shock value it's not my kind of I'm told he does a shock value show that, what can I say next to shock you? And that's not my kind of speed as a worker. But I haven't heard him in 13 years. Nashville, hello.
Wow. Boy, thank God we saved that. 119 on a very Larry King intensive Friday. That means I'll probably win $50 tonight, right, at Pompano? That's what it sounds like. Unlabeled old GTR carts.
And finally, Michael, I know it's a holiday, and President Bush is vacationing in Kennebunkport, Maine, enjoying the day off from the White House. But hey, I still want to give him a call and say happy 4th of July. After all, it is the nation's birthday.
Okay.
Well, now, jury's still out. Sure, spray cans may be bad for the ozone, but you go and take away Bar's can of VO5, well, she'll look just like Edgar Winter.
Boy, we got some wild stuff. A little Channel 7 cart there. It's incredible. And speaking of wild stuff...
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
You'll never guess who's on the phone now.
It's
Boy,
Calvin.
This is pretty heavy duty. Heavy duty.
I'm a
That's
little
all I can
pissed off. I'm a little pissed off.
All right, first of all, you're shouting, okay? We can hear you. I know
I'm sorry, I'm on the beach.
I know you're emotional and you're trying to flex your muscles
Well, I'm
like
on
you
the
do
beach.
on the
I'm at a
beach.
payphone here.
I know how it is, but just relax, take a deep breath. We got lots of time.
Okay.
Let's just analyze the entire situation now and find out exactly if you guys are as disloyal and...
Well, I just like to say one thing to start with. I didn't call. Ian called. By himself, alone. I was not there, didn't know about it.
What do you mean by himself alone?
What?
Wait a minute, hold on a second. What line is that? Quick. She's gone? Oh, she's gone. That was the old bag. She hung up.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, like I said, I deny calling. I never called. Ian called.
Yeah.
So that's all I had to say. I mean, I'm just pissed off.
Yeah, but weren't you on with me, with Ian, a couple of weeks ago when the news broke that Mr. Kane was coming back on the air?
Yeah, but I listened to Steve before, though.
And you were saying, oh, boy, we are so ecstatic, and, boy, this is going to be great. And those guys are okay, but we're all... And weren't you the same guys that came on with them in the beginning when they first came on in the afternoon and sucking around and calling together? I mean, I don't understand what kind of loyalties you guys have got.
Well, loyalties to you.
No, oh, jeez. You know, this is incredible. This is even Suds is standing there with his mouth down to his to the thing down there, and the other. We can't believe you. How can you call guys on the air and go on about how great they are and become little superstars? You're like a radio butterfly. You're like a butterfly. Aren't you embarrassed?
I don't know. I have nothing to say.
No, that's not an answer.
Well, no.
Calvin, butch up a little bit. I know it won't be easy, but what is it?
Well, I listened to Steve Kane before Rick and Suds came on.
Yeah,
and then I listened to Rick and Suds, but I've always been listening to you.
No, don't say, oh, you sound like Steve. You're sucking around me, and that's not going to work. That doesn't play with me. But we're not discussing me. We know this show's great, okay?
Okay.
The bottom line is 2 to 6 in the afternoon, you've got your choice. You can have some fun with Rick and Suds, have a good time, or you can listen to a man making a living on the air, self-promoting with 85-minute breaks and traffic and try to figure out how to get out of that little room. And if you want, that's fine. But I don't understand why one day these guys are great and you're having a great time, and the next day you're like sucking around. Is that what you want to be known for all your life, is sucking around?
I don't know what to say.
Come on.
All right, okay.
Stand up for yourself. Don't be such a wimp just because Ian's got you, in a submissive kind of an attitude.
Well, I do like Steve Kane. I mean, that's the thing.
What do you like about him?
He's fun to listen to.
Fun?
Yeah.
How about that show Tuesday, the 4-hour funeral for Meyer Kahane on air? Did you listen to that show?
No, I didn't listen to that one.
Why not?
Because it's Tuesday. Tuesday I don't listen to the radio, really.
Oh. Would you have listened to it?
Probably not, really.
Oh. Why not?
Because that probably would have been boring.
Oh. And what's going to
happen? I'm not saying he's great, and I'm not saying he's the end of the world.
I'm trying to have a conversation with you. I'm not trying to sell one way or the other, because to each its own, if whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
What about when Ellis Rubin is going to be on? Is that going to be fun?
Well, I'll start listening and we'll see.
What about when Rick Siderman is? Well, you've heard all those guests a million times if you're a Steve Kane listener, haven't you?
Yeah, but I don't really remember what they had to say.
Oh, a little memory
memory.
lapse.
Short
You see what
memory.
I'm saying? Absence makes the parts grow fonder.
Yeah, you might be right.
But
he does have a lot of commercials. I will say that.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Great.
All the time.
Well, why don't we just have a telethon, a collection, and take up the money, and then, maybe you can do a show.
Yeah, that might be good. But who would give?
You're waffling, Kelvin.
I know. Well, I'm flustered.
You should be flustered. Rick Riley is wounded. He's hurt. He's a sensitive, emotional basket case already, and you guys are like butterflies. One day they're great, now Steve's great, and if some real famous person like John McHugh comes on in the afternoon on QAM, you'll be calling him and say, you're great. Won't you?
I don't know about that.
Won't you?
No, definitely not.
I think the least you can do, like Mondays or holidays, come over here and take your clothes off in the studios, the least you can do to make up for it.
How about Tuesday?
Okay.
Okay, Tuesday then.
See you.
All right, bye.
Let's try Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
I heard a rumor. I want to know if it's true.
Yeah.
I heard you were a faggot. Is that true?
A what?
A faggot?
Pansy. Oh, Ian is on the phone?
How you doing, Neil?
Oh, boy. You guys are just out of control. You need to get like a life transplant, you two.
I was listening in the car.
I want to tell you, Rick Riley and Suds Coleman would like to come to your house and beat the crap out of you with a 2x4.
Kelvin needs to butch up a little bit.
Yeah. Boy, that was a wimpy call. I mean, why don't you at least admit that you guys are butterflies and you're insincere and you're like suck around everybody?
No, that's not true.
Mostly each other. Market's up 30 points.
I would never fly away from you, Neil.
See, you're doing the same thing he was doing. I'm not impressed by that.
But it's the truth.
That's the oldest chronic talk radio tactic in the world, to suck around with a host. I see through that, see? You're not talking to Alex Bennett now.
No, but it's the truth. I never spoke to Alex Bennett.
Yeah, right. But if you would have, oh, Alex, you're the greatest.
No,
Can we come down to be in your live studio audience? Oh, can we come down and suck around, eat your food, and ruin your show? Of course, he didn't need any help.
No, but okay. Well, you won't believe me, but...
I don't believe you already, because when you preface the statement by saying you won't believe me, it's pretty obvious that you're full of it.
Well, because you don't believe me, so I prefaced it.
Well, what's the felonious statement?
Just the thing that, we listened to you and Steve Kane originally. That's how we knew Steve Kane before.
What does that have to do with Rick and Putt?
Well, no, it's really nothing to do with it. I mean, I don't have nothing against him. I don't really care about him either or.
But the point is, see, you both are missing the point. If you were just kind of like casual callers and you were part of the vast audience out there, the passing parade, that would be one thing.
Okay.
But I have a good memory, okay?
Yeah.
And I remember back in the beginning when these guys first came on this station, the two of you always in tandem, like joined at the thing, were always on the phone, just heaving, urinating all over them and just carrying on. And, you were just, it was just phenomenal. It was mind-boggling. And then all of a sudden, the first day, Mr. Contrived Ego comes back on the air. Oh, boy, they're okay, but, boy, he's really... And then I ask your pal there, what's so great? What do you enjoy? Did you hear this? Oh, no, well, I can't listen on that day. And, oh, no, if I heard this, it would probably be boring.
Yeah.
See, all you're doing is you're just... I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing?
I don't know.
What do you want to be, troublemakers? Is that it?
No, I don't want to be troublemakers. A troublemaker.
Trying to get Rick Riley's blood pressure up and cause him to have some kind of a cardiovascular accident, sir?
At least he's got a nice car, though.
Play
right?
some good music today, Johnny. What is it?
At least he's got a nice car to go home in, though. Rick.
I'm not kicking you out of here, but it's time to go on the air, Johnny Dork. There he goes, over to the coast.
Right.
He took a big thing of helium before he went over there.
Okay.
It's 82 along the coast. I can hear it right now. He's going to be great today.
And
Probably
also,
his last day.
I want to tell you...
No, don't try to change the subject. We still have about a minute to go here.
Okay.
I want you to try to explain to these poor guys why you are a turncoat.
I mean, no reason, really.
You're like the Angus Allen of radio, or was it Ethan Allen, or Ethan, whatever his name was?
No, I'm not like, anything like a Gilbert. I'm not even close. I listen to you.
You're a turncoat.
I listen to you, Rick and Suds, and Steve Kane. The only three people I've ever listened on AM radio.
Yeah, well, you're still not responding to our question.
Well, why'd I turn on them? Is that what the question was?
Yeah.
No reason, really. I still was listening to them till Steve Kane came back.
Yeah.
Well, that's really it.
Did you like the Meyer Kahana show?
No, that day I didn't listen.
Are you going to listen when Ellis Rubin is on?
Actually, I think Ellis Rubin's kind of interesting.
Do you like Rick Siderman?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh.
I know you.
How about Reverend Eunuch Polis?
I told him yesterday.
And the urine lady, you into that?
That's kind of
because I know the British are into that tea in the afternoon.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. I think you guys ought to kind of spend a real close, maybe go up to New Hampshire or something for the weekend together.
Wait, one thing.
Kind of cozy up in front of a warm fire and discuss this under less pressure when you're away from all the immediate pressures of this radio market, and kind of get your thing together.
You know, like in January, I might be going up to University of Maryland.
Oh, promise?
I'm going to be depressed, Ed. How about I could listen to you every day?
Well, you can pick up FDL up there, I'm sure. Have a great weekend, Ian.
You too.
You're full of it. Okay.
Have fun. Bye.
Wow. Boy, a couple of radio phonies there. They're not fooling any of you folks. You're a lot too sharp for that, right?